That's huge, right? Who doesn't want that, rather than saying, oh, there's something wrong with me that I have to fix? Those are two different perspectives, but your perspective is how you experience your reality.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Let's talk about something that that you touched in your 5 steps, yeah, and it's regarding the internal fears of the entrepreneur, because sometimes, entrepreneurs, we go in business and say, okay, let's do this business, we're gonna make a lot of money. But if we are not healed within ourselves, what happens is that whatever fear we have, it's gonna be projected to our team. It's gonna be showing everywhere in our business. It's gonna show in the product. It's gonna show the way we communicate with our team. It's gonna show the way that we do the marketing. It's gonna show everywhere. So a huge percent, yeah, 80%, I would say, of business success is the mindset of the entrepreneur, and for that, it's a lot of work that needs to be done. That is, we can call it no business related, but it is business related, right? Because you can have fear, when you're a kid, an incident happened to you, and you make a story out of it. I always said, we are human beings until we are 3 to 5 years old. After that, something happened, and we start to become robots. Yeah, we start to if your mom go there and tell you, hey, don't hit your brother, oh, you're gonna make it mean that you're not lovable and nobody loves you. And from this day, that's it. You die 5 years old, and a robot, an engine takes place, and now all you do is, this internal battle to prove and to do things. So to seek love, because you want all we want as human beings, and especially as the kids, in conditional love. So we will do whatever it takes to get that, and then you become an adult, and more events happen in your life, and then we are in business, and we are behaving in one way. If I tell you stories, there are people making million, losing the million, making million, losing the million. You say, well, there is a pattern here. There is something. It's not your ability to make money. There is something deep within you that is making you behave like this. So in your opinion, how important is to do this work with the CEOs, with the founders, and with also the team, to make sure that we have that we are running our business from the space of love, from the space of contribution, for the space to give the best to our clients, but there is no an internal robot, making us take decisions and behave in certain way.
It's massive, right? Because the important thing to understand when we are in a state of fear and or we are in a state of self-doubt, which can be very subconscious, right? I had a client who she'd been stuck at 250K for several years. She really was trying to scale, and she couldn't scale. And when we started to work, and address it, we connected to this belief structure. She wasn't even conscious of it, where one of her relatives a close relative had an incident happen right as they were like moving into that next level of wealth beyond 250,000. And she had acquired this belief structure very subconsciously in her mind that if she were to move to that next level wealth, something negative would happen to her, like to her physical body. She was completely unaware of this, Harry. And so what was happening is she was making decisions from this very subconscious belief without even being aware of it. And so she kept making decisions that were turning her business away from scaling, even though consciously 100%. She thought she was trying to scale.
Absolutely. 100%. Because, there is our conscious mind, right? And there is this unconscious mind. Even you can ask to every smoker, yeah, or everyone that drink, they conscious, they are conscious, and they know that smoking is bad and drinking is bad. They know that. How come they still drinking and smoking? Because it's that the what is driving behavior, unfortunately, is your unconscious mind, right? And this is and sometimes you don't even know that it's there. Yeah, I have a story in this very same podcast. One of the person I interview has a friend, or that that the person he was got built a successful business for over 20 years, and now he has an amazing exit money for it. Yeah, and the CEO is coming, the owner of the business is coming every month with an excuse. Well, uh, you know, what if this happen? You know, I'm not sure I want to sell. And they were paying for him a very good price for the business. He was everything ready to exit. It was all ticking the box. It was amazing. And the guy again and again and again. And what happened was that that he was afraid. He was afraid that, you know, if he doesn't run this business anymore, you know, and he's gonna become a multi-millionaire overnight. Well, what's gonna happen with the friends? Because all the friends in the neighborhood, they're all working class, and you know he's running the business, but he see himself as a working class as well. And now all of a sudden he's gonna have the fear that, well, I become a multimillionaire, and what's gonna happen with my life? What's gonna happen with my friends? I'm gonna lose all my friends. I'm gonna lose all this. And the guys stick to the business and unconscious,
Mm-hmm.
taking this decision they didn't want to sell. So, which is which is crazy, but that's exactly what happens. So you see behaviors like that everywhere. Some negative, but another story. You know, I have a friend, right, that when she was a kid, yeah, she uh she started to the grandfather was Jewish, right? And he used to sell stones, yeah. And the little girl go to the grandfather and say, I want one of these stones. And the grandfather was a businessman, told, look, you want this stone? Okay, you have to buy with money. So I'm gonna give you this chicken, this chick that put eggs, and you get some money, and then let's talk about I might be able to sell you one. Yeah. So the kid goes to the chicken, and the thing start to put eggs. She go to the school, start to sell the eggs to the teachers, to the people in the classroom, and then she's putting all the money under the pillow, all the money under the pillow, all the money under the pillow. Happened after a year, the girl have the pillow full of money. Guess what happened? One teacher goes and knock the door and said, look, I want to buy some eggs. The mom freaked out and said, how come are you buying eggs for my kids? You should be ashamed. And then she went and make a big deal out of my friend, the girl. Look, why are you doing selling this money? Give me all this money. So she took all the money and put it in a bank, that when they get 10, 18 years old, it was very little, couldn't enjoy anything. Bottom line, that happened when she was a girl. And all of a sudden now, every time she built the business, six figure, something happened, and everything disappeared and vanished.
Yes.
Even
Yes.
so, and because it's inside this unconscious mind, is inside that pattern that, well, yes, I'm gonna have a business, but somebody's gonna come that have more power than me, that have
Mm-hmm.
control over me, and that pattern unfortunately keeps repeating. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just at a bigger scale, and it's really strange. But if I tell you this, sound like it's a movie, but it's actually reality. And
Yes.
so this topic that we're talking today is really, really important, because you know if those issues are not clear, when you start to go out there and you start to do business, it will amplify. Uh,
Yes.
because now you're doing with bigger money and whatever fear. So one, but on the other hand, you have a lot of entrepreneurs that always say, "Well, I'm perfect. I don't have any issue. I don't think that this is, you know." this is for me. I'm perfect. I have nothing. And in my opinion, all of us, human beings, we have something that we need to work on, and some of us more, some of us less. But if we don't do this work, and we heal ourselves, and we are clean from a space of peace and love, it will show up. It will show up in your relationship. It will show up in your bank account. It will show up in your business. It will show up everywhere, because you're not living like human. Like I said, it's like a mini robot running you, that you want to prove something, that you make it mean that something happened that you don't even remember, right?
Yeah, and it's important to understand that just because we have these limiting beliefs or these fears, it doesn't make us lesser than. I think a lot of times people say, "No, I'm perfect. I don't have any of this," because they're honestly trying to protect themselves, because they believe that, hey, if I show that I have limitations, or I believe that I have limitation, that's a weakness, right? But it's not. I actually think of it as gift, because these are the parts that, if you're willing to look at it, they create exponential growth within yourself and within your
100%.
life. So if you're going to just deny it, there's going to be parts of you that aren't going to fully grow and expand. You're not going to know yourself at the level that you could really know yourself at. So you
Absolutely.
have the opportunity to say, hey, I've got these things and I'm going to address them and work on them. And that's going to make me a better person, a more powerful person, a more clear and present person that can make a larger impact. That's huge, right? Who doesn't want that, rather than saying, oh, there's something wrong with me that I have to fix? Those are two different perspectives, but your perspective is how you experience your reality, and you have the power to shift your perspective.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.